Alright guys, session 4 of our academy program. We've got our craft card here. I've just simplified it a little bit just so the kids can get through it a little bit quicker. So I just wanted to do 200 handballs and 100 kicks prior to training. Just make sure those kicks, they're only about 10 metres apart and they're kicking the footy nice and hard at each other. So similar setup as to what we've done the past 3 weeks. We've got 3 different drills to get through tonight, with the same emphasis on speed, fast ball movement and quick decision making. And just remember our coach's notes to just ask the kids as many questions as we can. Ask them what's working, what's not working, and ask why. If you get to the end of the drill and you ask them how it went, and they say good or bad, ask them why they've come up with that answer, just so they can buy into the program and they're understanding why we're doing the drills that we're doing. So I'll quickly go through it on the paper here, and then we'll get on to the next slide, which will go through our drills in a little bit more detail and show some animation. So our first game sense drill is a 2v1 team kick, which is, we'll just split the kids into 3 different teams, and it's 2 teams versus 1. And it's just a simple fast ball movement drill that'll just begin with kicking, and we'll add in handballing as we go. After that, we'll split the kids up into 2 different groups, and we'll do a spread from a stoppage drill, which will just replicate a boundary throw-in, a centre clearance and a ball up, or just a standard ball up around the ground, and we'll also do a break the line drill as well. And if we've got time at the end, we'll do our game sense handball drill that we did back in week 2. So first of all, our 2v1 kick. Now I haven't got an animation in this one. So we've got our 3 different coloured stars on the field here, and it can be done inside the forward 50, it can be done or it can be done using half or the full field, depending on what space you've got. So we're going to start with no handballing initially. We're just going to be using our kick. I want to try and use our short 45 kicks, so that short kick into the middle to hit up a target and try and find some space. So the basis of the drill is, if yellow and red have the footy, alright, blue team's defending. If the yellow team turns the footy over, the blue team attacks and the yellow team turns into defence. So basically whatever team turns the ball over, they automatically turn into the defending side. So if you could make it, if the ball hits the ground, it's a turnover. Obviously if the ball's intercepted by another team, or if there's a bad kick and it goes out of play, that's just classified as a turnover. But I'll leave that up to you guys to work out what you classify as a turnover or not. Once we introduce handball, I want to try and really get in the kids' heads about the overlap handball. So once the ball's kicked and a player takes the mark, we've got runners going past, and we can dish out a handball, and just keeps the ball moving really quick and keeps the defenders guessing. Alright, bottom left hand of the screen is our spread from a stoppage drill. Now we'll probably set 2 or 3 of these up. So we're just going to set up a circle, and on the outside of the circle we'll have either 4 markers, or if we've got agility poles or goalposts, we're going to put 4 goalposts on the outside of each circle. So we're going to have a 5v3 in the middle of the circle, and just keeping us off, so just handballing around. Once the coach blows the whistle, the player with the ball just goes back or stands still, and that's replicated there by the spinning star. All other 4 players must spread from the stoppage, but they have to go around one of the markers or one of the goalposts on the outside of the circle, and then they can be an option. So that's just teaching the kids to spread from a stoppage and not just all to run to the one area. So it'll look similar to this. So whistle goes, all players must run around a goalpost or a marker, and then they can spread out into the field. The 3 defenders there, they just got to get dangerous. They just got to go and work out who's going to be the best option, or where the dangerous space is. You can put a forward in if you want to put a forward down in the goal square, so you can have once the spread from the stoppage, you can have the players working the ball down to the goal square, or you can just have it as we will. We're just going to do it initially. Once the ball's cleared, the ball's just going to come back and we'll start again. I just want to get the kids used to spreading the ball from the stoppage, so the more we do it, the better they'll get. Our third drill, so top right hand corner, is just a basic break the line drill. So it just replicates a contested footy at any stage of the game. The coach is just going to roll the ball in. There's no designated defenders or attackers, it's just whoever gets the ball. So in this instance, if the footy's rolled in, yellow team gets to the ball first. All right, blue team's defending. So blue team then comes in and tries to defend the footy. So what you want to try and do is, yellow team, if they're attacking, we've got one person getting the footy and the other three going out to be options. We don't want all four players going towards the footy because they're too easy to defend that way. So ideally you'd have one player at the footy, one player hanging back to be that quarterback option, and the other two players being options out on the wing for that outlet footy. So let's not put any markers on the width of the triangle or the rectangle. Let's just make sure that we've got plenty of width, and let's get the boys to use as much width as possible. And all they got to do is just get the footy over the line. Last drill, if we've got time, is our game sense handball. So again, it's just two teams, even numbers. We've got two options up the end for goals. If the yellow team's going towards the top of the square to score, every player must be past the halfway mark, and that's just to work on our work rate and our transition. So it looks like this. All right, yellow team's all got to be in their forward half for the score to count. All right, and that then leaves the red team's forward line open. So if they get the ball, you need to try and let the players know that they need to move the ball really, really quick to get their so they can get their score. So for this example, you'll see, all right, red team, they score, but not all their players have gotten past halfway, so their goal doesn't count. All right, if anyone's got any questions about it, please give me a call and let me know. Thanks again for all your help, and enjoy the session.